How's it going?
Hi, Rhea. Good, good. Today's topic is not about business or helping entrepreneurs with their startup business. It's more about the people working in a company.
Yes, it's a great topic since there's a lot of new normal setup for some of the companies out there. And not only that, some might be also suffering from the pandemic that gives them hard time working.
That's right, Ray. Let's tackle the emotional and physical that the employee might be experiencing. Like or how do they get through this in these challenging times?
Yeah. Um, what about your feeling? Like you're working with us too. How do you feel?
Okay. Um, as a company employee of Unipro Hong Kong, I'm so grateful so much for working in the company for 2 years. So I've been working here for 2 years. I'm
Great.
having a friendly colleagues and a kind boss, you, who
What a
understands who understands his employees every time. This makes our work so much easier. Being an employee is difficult because you have to report to work, meet the deadlines, and have a meeting with the boss who gives you anxiety sometimes. But in Pro Consulting Limited, it is so much fun. You won't feel any anxiety or stress because all people work and help each other, like our understanding boss.
Okay, thank you for your promotion. Yeah, I'm also happy to hear that. It's very important to understand each other, especially during this difficult time.
Mhm.
We might not know what everyone is going through right now. That's why listening and understanding your employee is very important. Task or job is always there, but maybe giving consideration is also something everyone should need to consider.
Yes, I agree with you with what you mentioned. So for me, working in a healthy environment makes so much easier. But what about other employees working in a company, whether it is big or small?
Maybe I personally think that big companies would have a big difference with what small companies do. Given the changes that we have to adapt to now, workload might get heavier compared to the normal period. As digital formation or transformation is being set up gradually, everyone should learn new techniques and strategies.
Of course, of course. There are old-fashioned companies or employees who prefer to write down minutes or minutes of meeting compared to typing it on the computer. Like example, that employees pay, which I mean that example is actually that employees facing hard times. Everyone is learning step by step.
Yeah, I know some companies are actually still using fax in Hong Kong,
Oh,
and it's still an old way of doing business. But things will change.
yeah.
So, I mean, flexibility and understanding are the things you might want to add in the list you consider.
Yes, because the truth is many people are suffering or have been affected to the new normal. To have a happy and healthy workplace for everyone, things need to change as well. Example, in the Philippines, now that we are in general community quarantine, meaning some offices have opened already, while some can still have a choice to work from home. Some people lose their job while some are still surviving. And these people develop depression, anxiety, and stress in their life.
And of course, these people got affected by the new
Set up,
transformation.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
For example, people who need to report to office are having anxiety whenever they got out of their home. Like maybe they are thinking that they might they might bring the virus home whenever they step out of their house. While for the employees who can continue to work at home, might have a lot of tasks to finish and afraid that they might not be able to meet the deadline.
Yeah, agree. And to add to that, here in the Philippines, especially here, your internet connection, of course, when you have a poor internet connection, this will cause you a lot of trouble. I guess they say that remote working is easier, which I personally think is maybe easier than physical working in the office.
Yeah, especially it saves you so much time from traveling to the office. Well, it will have pros and cons for the employee for the company.
Yes, yes, there will always be pros and cons. And you know what? A total of 81% of the global workforce of 3.3 billion people have their workplace fully or partially closed. That's sad. So this means a lot of employees have no job right now.
And nearly 200 million people could end up out of work, believe it or not. I mean, the
Mhm.
outbreak is expected to wipe out 6.7% of working hours across the world during the second quarter of 2020. That's the equivalent of one point, well, I mean, 195 million full-time workers losing their jobs. There's a high risk that the end of year worldwide unemployment figure will be much higher than the initial figure, like 25 million people.
Oh, this is crazy, like a crazy world right now. And everybody needs to survive. Actually, for those who are working, they have shifted their hours to maybe around 4 hours a day instead of 8 hours. So, meaning this is less salary as well. The economy is fluctuating. We don't know when it will be stable as of now, but hopefully it will be stable at early next year.
Yeah. To add something here, I heard some big companies they allow their employees to work remotely, um, but they let the employee. I mean, they let the employee work at home, but at the same time, they will decrease their salary a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
The reason is, for example, if the employee work in the center of the city, then their expense is higher. But then if they work at home and they save some money, so it will be a reduced package. So some people in the company take that package, but while some other decide not to take that package. Interesting, right?
oh, yeah, interesting.
So now, being said that people are adapting to the new normal, employees experience anxiety, depression, and stress, as we mentioned earlier.
Yes, I know a few who developed this sickness during the lockdown period. One's cause is that too much pressure they have. They are emotionally unstable and physically drained.
As I read in some articles, retail business are the most at risk, most affected,
Mhm.
while the one in agriculture are at low risk.
Yeah, retail business is surely at risk of, as few people are going out these days.
Yeah, like restaurants and
Yeah.
shops. How do they cope, and how will the company help their people with this situation? Let's talk about this.
Yeah, well, since you've mentioned that employees are experiencing anxiety, depression, and stress, companies should support their employees by having a mental and health checkup maybe once or twice a month if it's not too much.
Aside from that, companies could also provide flexibility. Companies to require managers to have open conversation with their employees about how and when work can be accomplished without intruding on employees' privacy.
Yeah.
And they can offer a wider range of options for flexibility, such as more leeway when assignments need to be turning or adjusting the work hours per day to allow more time for them to take care of children and others.
Yeah, yeah, of course. When you work at home, your family is there too that you have to take care of. Well, in addition, when you work from home, you don't know when to stop, like me. I don't know when to stop. I just keep on working and working. That's based on my personal experience. Since I work from home, I just keep on working and working, even if it's late at night already. So people should rest and know when to stop.
True, if, especially when people have children, then and the schools are closed, there are no classes, then working remotely at home could help people to take care of children, obviously.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
All right.
Because uh,
Yeah. Okay. Also, companies should encourage and host some virtual social time, maybe.
yeah, because being in the new normal, socialization is impossible since we don't want to spread the virus. And supportive interactions with work colleagues. And employers should encourage their workers to find time to have virtual coffees, lunches, or even happy hours with their colleagues. And managers could continue to mark birthdays or other milestones with video conference calls and other methods.
Yeah, that actually sounds like very fun.
Yeah.
That's a good idea about virtual party, and of course, employers should also foster positive coping. As you know, I mean, the pandemic is increasing people's fear and stress level, which can have fatal consequences.
True, true. Unfortunately, there are plenty of apps and websites that can act as temporary substitutions. Employers can help by directing their employees to the ones they vetted and offering to the to food and bill.
Maybe a consistent and clear communication about health risk, preventative measures, and available resources is the best way for company leaders to keep their employees safe and foster well-being during the pandemic.
Yes, I may not be experiencing this, but it feels great talking about this as we want to help the people or the employees to feel better, right?
That's right. And I hope we have helped them a little bit for this topic. This is something new since we are mostly discussing business in our podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Praying that everything will be okay soon and everyone is safe.
Okay,
Yeah.
stay safe, Tammy.
Thanks, Ray. Keep safe too. And to our listeners,
Okay, goodbye.
bye.